Infinix launched its new flagship phone 05 yesterday in Dubai with a big fanfare and a global launch. So let's look at how is the phone and what's the fuss about. This is the package I have and it fairly looks sleek. Company has put in great thought in the designing the package. First of all, of course, we get the device up front, and I must tell you the red color here what we have is really gorgeous. Most of the companies market primary colors as gold and black, which they have, but they've chosen red as their primary color for the phone, and this looks really nice. Now let's get to the other things. Then we have the manuals and this image ejection tool in this. You can get a wipe cloth as well. So I'm just going to pack this up. We keep this aside. Company gives us a clear case to protect the phone. It's a flimsy case, but it works handy if you want to save your phone from the fingerprints or minor damages. Now, then we have three neatly packaged boxes here. One is for fast charging adapter, one is for the connector and the USB cable, and one is of course for the headphones. So this is all we get under the box. Now let's talk about the phone. The design is really nice. It's a big phone. It has a 6-inch screen, full HD screen, and it has an IPS display. If you look at the back, it would remind you of some of the Huawei phones we have seen in the past, but that's not a bad thing at all. There's a fingerprint sensor on the back. There are dual cameras. The company is using 12 megapixel camera for wide and 13 megapixel cameras for telephoto lenses. There is an LED flash as well. On the front there's a 16 megapixel camera, and there is an LED flash for that as well. The phone runs on Helio P25 processor by MediaTek along with 6 GB of RAM, so that would be enough for day-to-day usage, but we'll have to see how the device will age. Going across, the phone comes with the Android Nougat 7.0 software. On top of that, there is XOS developed by the company Infinix, and quite frankly, there are a lot of apps in the phone when you install it. There's WhatsApp, there's Facebook, which you might use, but then there are apps like Xclub, Xhide, Xshare, Xteam, and a couple of other apps. Sadly you can't even uninstall. So in the age of where we're looking at the Pixels and other phones who are looking to reduce the bloatware, this is kind of a setback. The IPS screen looks decent. I tried to see a couple of videos on that, but it's decent. It's good. It's not top notch, I wouldn't say that. The phone has quite a big battery. The capacity of the battery is 4350 mAh. Infinix has included an 18-watt charger for the fast charging, so props to them. They'll help the users carry out a quick recharge throughout the day. I think this phone should last more than a day with a good battery and a decent processor, which is not as power consuming. Let's talk about the camera, which was the marquee feature presented at yesterday's launch. It has a dual camera on the back, 12 plus 13 megapixel, 2 sensors. We have 2x of optical zoom and 10x of digital zoom. I took a couple of photos yesterday. They were decent. At the night, the performance is not on par. In the day, in the good sunlight or any light, you can get some good photos out of this. Software feels a bit clunky. There are a lot of apps which can be avoided for sure. there are now with Pixels and OnePlus 5s which are really fast and nimble. I think this should be avoided. One of the interesting features on the phone we have is this freezer app, where you can put in the apps and it will free up some of your space. So it's a bit like putting the app in the cloud, freeing up some of the data, and whenever you're not using these apps frequently, you can put it in freezer rather than uninstalling it. We have seen this implementation by quite a few companies such as NextBit Robin in the past. The phone has some really interesting ingredients in it to be a premium mid-range phone which can be successful, but it will be pitted against Moto's X4 which launched in India this week. It will be an interesting competition. Keep watching 91 Mobiles. Thank you.